morning, good morning. Someone is asking what Magdalene is doing over there playing a teen song. You know how many people like the Miata family song? Oh my God. Good morning, everyone. And especially to my women out there, how you doing? My good people, how you doing? To all my women in the village right now, in Raleigh Market, any market you're in right now, I just want to recognize you, tell you how special you are. This program is for you. So this is a 1 hour program brought to you by Water Aid Liberia together with the Liberia Watch Consortium with funding from Irish Aid. So every Tuesday at 11 to 12 noon, her voice provides the opportunity to discuss issues related to water, sanitation, and hygiene. So whenever you hear Wash on this program, her voice, just know that we are talking about water, sanitation, and hygiene. So we aim to share knowledge and information, influence good decision making, encourage collaboration, and generate ideas to enhance women's and girls' access to sustainable health services through clean water, proper sanitation, good hygiene practices, nutrition, and sexual reproductive health and rights. And guess what? Today we're going to delve into various aspects of the work of the Watch Commission. Yes, challenges they faced, achievements, future plans. And guess what? Do you know that WASH is one of the priorities of this government? Yes, WASH is one of the priorities of this government. So, to discuss this and more, we've invited the WASH Commission. That's Mr. George Yango, former assistant minister. Yes, I hope I'm getting it correct. Former assistant minister at Public Works. Yeah, and okay, I'm sorry. Former assistant minister at Public Works, and then now he's the commissioner at the Watch Commission. So we will also have Tumedepe, who is the chairperson or executive director of the United Youth, and he's also the he's the chair on the secretariat of the Legislative Watch Caucus. And then we're also going to have Quincy Gold. Quincy God is the WHO consultant on WASH and climate change. So we actually have a lot of things to discuss, but rest assured, we're going to maximize the little time that we have because it's 30 minutes it's 30 minutes now after 11. We're just playing you the song to get you prepared as we usher in our guests. And you know, it really outside there, eh? But anyway, here we are. We're going to have a wonderful time. Even Timothy is in route. He just around, and we want to take this time to tell you this is her voice. Good morning, Princess. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Magdalene, and good morning to our listeners.
Yes,
I'm good. And you?
yes, I'm fine. Oh. I'm fine, oh, boss lady.
Are you the boss lady?
No, that you the boss lady. Oh. How was it night?
My night was wonderful. It
Okay.
was good.
All right. So, yes, tell us something this morning. I mean, motivate us. I'm feeling so. Let me say, I feel so discouraged this morning about the wash sector, right?
Mm.
Yes, but I'm just saying,
Mhm.
But tell me something that will make me feel good, and so we can go through our discussion.
Okay. The wax sector is improving. As you know, say, has improved 100%. But
Okay.
I think they have gone more than 65%.
Huh?
I think
Oh,
so.
you are a very
Yeah,
good
because
teacher. See the
because
kind of
when
grade
I
you
went
give
to
him.
my Gibi County, I saw
Mm-hmm.
what they did there.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to the restroom
Mm-hmm.
or the toilet
Mike
facility.
Ibi, for
Yeah,
how many areas you visited?
I visited I think about 3 to 4 schools.
Okay.
Yeah, in Margibi. And it got decent bathroom.
Okay, so that's just a little,
And
it's just a 0.1% of
yeah,
what you
not
saw,
just
right?
yeah.
So yes, well, we this platform is intended to advocate for a robust watch
Yeah.
sector, and that's why we've always invited stakeholders, policy makers within the sector to come and discuss, tell us their plans, challenges, and priorities as well. So it's good to have you on, sir. Morning, Mr. Yango. Good morning, sir. It's good to have you on. Yeah, you would like put the headset on? Yeah. And you can also adjust it from the side. If it is too loud, maybe you are sounding too loud, you can just adjust it from the side right there. So it's good to have you on. And yes, this is Princess Zuza, and we're going to have a wonderful time together. So let's begin. This is Mr. George Yango as a Sale Commissioner at the Wash Commission. Am I getting it right?
Yeah.
Acting? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. See, okay. So yes, the acting CEO. Yes, acting CEO. So yes. So it's good to have you on this morning. All all right. So Mr. Yango, let's get the ball rolling. Tell us about the Wash Commission. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay.
Some
Some
modifications have
modifications
been
have
made,
been.
and so this is what we have today. It's called the WASH Commission. But if you look at the functions of the commission, they tend to also incorporate more than just drinking water. You look at, for example, water for agriculture, water for industry, water for energy, water for recreation, water for sports, recreation, as I mentioned. So all of those subsectors of the water sector are being featured in the document of the commission. But yet and still the commission is called WASH, and there are good reasons. Because when we had these two very ugly situations, the Ebola and the COVID-19, the basic um, the basic solution for those diseases was actually using water a lot, washing hands, wherever you touch, you wash. And so the issue of wash became very prominent because it's a safe living measure. It's a safe living life saving resource. So that was the issue, but the commission is a little bit more than that. Um, and so what has been happening in the past is that they have been more lean towards just wash, wash, wash. But now we think this is an opportunity to rebrand the commission, to get in those the proper resources that can be able to look at the broader scope of the commission. For example, the issue of the resource itself. We know most of our rivers, and particularly the one that gives us most of our drinking water, flows from Guinea. And the issue of transboundary water is very, very necessary. The issue of river basin management. Our basins need to be managed to be protected so that we realize that it also helps the situation of biodiversity, where uh, when trees along the rivers, the top of the rivers are cut, you know, the aquatic animals seem to move further and further away, just like the mangroves. So, I mean, these are issues that need to be taken up. Okay, so we begin with the national agenda, and that is the arrest agenda. In the wisdom of this government, the government takes on a very key component of the WASH activity, and that is sanitation. As we know, sanitation lags beyond very, very much, far beyond the development in the water sector, for example, drinking water. So the government has considered that if we handle the issue of sanitation, there are several things we are doing. We are improving the health of the citizens. We are ensuring that our environment does not uh, uh, is not used to be able to contaminate the water bodies, and that's very, very important for us. Even the issue of looking at sanitation broadly, uh, human waste is just one component of that. If you look at our environment today, you see the issue of garbage. Garbage has become a very menacing problem in our community that needs to be solved. So the agenda looks at sanitation, and this is key because it lags behind. We need to step it up so that we don't say water is life and sanitation is dignity. We say water and sanitation both are dignity. They are lives. Both are life. They are the source of our lives. So that is the political side, and I see that the executive have risen that bar. And if you go below the executive, when you come to the legislature, again that political will and support is being stepped up very much in a surprising manner. I mean, in less than few years today, we have a portion of the House. There's a caucus, and now there's a standing committee on not only WASH but also the environment. So that is very, very important for the political side. I also see the opportunity where at the cabinet level, the commission has a governing board, and that governing board comprises of the key water and sanitation ministries and agencies. So again, they are going to take this issue to the cabinet level. So we are very happy that these are occurring. Now, taking the issue of our priorities, we need to be able to build the commission's capacity in developing regulations. As you know, this is the primary function of the commission to regulate the sector. So the issue of regulations are very key. Regulations are more developmental than just the issue of democracy. Regulations with the rule of law is so important that the commission has to focus on that. When we regulate, we are regulating, agree upon maybe it can be SOPs, it can be guidelines, it can be regulations themselves. But we must ensure that the commission can be able to hold those who provide the service to our people accountable to comply with those regulations. And I think this is very, very important. This is one of the very key areas that we are pushing. We are also trying to ensure that the Commission's authority is decentralized as much as possible. Right now, we are only in two counties. We need to be out there where the action is. As you know, our private sector is growing, and those who provide the service need to do it with quality, and they need to do it at understanding that it bears on the health of the population. So those regulations are very important, and we are working to ensure that we have those in place, and then we can hold people accountable to be able to deliver the service with quality and with quality.
Okay. Yes, wonderful deliberation. So I want to welcome Mr. Timothy back. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, just get closer to the microphone.
Yeah. So I was saying thank you, and it's a pleasure to be back after some time, and I'm very glad that I'm here with a well-seasoned, uh, honorable mayor in the watch sector with a very long history in terms of improving the watch sector of this country. Honorable Yanko has a very long history in this sector. So, as civil society, we are very pleased to have him, and I'm very grateful to sit with him in the studio today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll come to you when and you will give your perspective as a civil society organization. But let me go back to Mr. Yanko. Princess, when you want to come with your singer. So tell us some of the opportunities that are available to make the commission more viable.
There are a lot of opportunities. Today we have an array of donors in Liberia. USAID is key among them. USAID has implementing partners in Liberia. And if you look at the agenda or the priority of most of these organizations, they have the issue of governance. Governance is very, very key. Once we have a governance framework and that can be able to guide the process of implementation, the process of how regulations are in a regime that people can understand, it's very helpful. The other opportunity is exactly what I mentioned in terms of the way the government looks again at the water sector, the way the legislature looks at it, and the way the various boards that may exist, for example, the Water and Sewer Board and the Commission Board, look at the way the commission should function and generally the water sector. So those are very key opportunities. Of course, funding in all respects, funding is there to be or to take care of some of these very critical issues.
You talk about funding. Is it so challenging getting funding for the sector? Are you okay with the budget? What is allocated in the budget for the water sector? Are you okay?
Well, no, I'm not okay, but I think we can be able to work within the level of the budget we have. As you know, what we need to do at the commission is to exert our capabilities in terms of how we can approach those donors that can be able to do what government may not be able to do. I know that for a long time now, most of the activities in the water sector are being funded by donors, and I think even though there are indications that there's fatigue, but I think there's money available at country level to be able to take care of some of the key challenges in terms of producing safe drinking water. We have money in terms of instituting those measures to strengthen the governance capacity. I think we have money at those, and there are other opportunities that are coming up. Since we became head of the commission, we've had a lot of discussion with the World Bank, with USAID, with WHO. So there are opportunities to build capacity. Once we can be able to take care of the capacity within the sector itself, then we can go for bigger things.
So one of your partners, development partners, is WaterAid, and this program is sponsored by WaterAid Nigeria. And just like you to throw a little light on your partnership. Tell us whether tell us the level of cooperation, level of support, from WaterAid to the commission.
I think water aid from the genesis of the commission, and even before the commission, I just mentioned the role that advocacy played in the formulation and up to the signing into law of the commission. So WaterAid has always been a very strong partner, not only to the commission, but in other aspects of providing quality service to Liberia. And not only that, but as a result of WaterAid, the civil society organization in Liberia has become stronger. As you know, this is their priority area of expertise. So they've done a lot to ensure that the voices that was in the past silent have begun to talk louder and louder. Now we see that WaterAid is working assiduously with the legislature. All of this development in the legislature is actually to a whole lot attributed to the efforts of WaterAid. They've done a lot. Today, we can now proudly say that it was once just a few of us who were advocating for the sector. Today, the lawmakers, on their own, based on the interaction they've had with sector players, the level of education now in the House is so much that they themselves have taken on the bold step to advocate for changes that we anticipate very soon.
Yes, and hats off to the chair on the WASH caucus, Honorable Thomas Koshua, who was here recently to lay out some plans that they have to make the sector robust, to make the sector vibrant, and that's welcoming. So you mentioned the civil society, getting stronger. So let me come to our brother before Princess comes in. Let me come to Mr. Um, the, Timothy Pai, who is the executive director of United Youth and also the chair or the secretariat.
Yeah,
Okay,
Secretary.
so tell us, give your independent view about the WASH commissioner, or I mean, the IT CEO is not sitting by you and will get a view. Just pretend like he's not even here. Just give your independent view about the commission. Let's look at a few years back and then compare it with now and see whether we are making progress
Well,
or retrogressing.
thank you. I think from where we came from, looking at the history of the WASH sector, we must appreciate the role of the WASH Commission over the years. While it is true that we still have a lot of challenges, we need to recognize the fact that there were nothing called WASH Commission. And so the past government were able to, Madam Ellen, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf started a process under the leadership of Honorable Yanko, who is in studio today. That policy with civil society advocacy, that policy was passed, and then the former president signed that into law when President William King, he was able to do the appointment. And those that were appointed did their best to bring the sector to a level that whatever government that will take over will have a role or have somewhere to start from. But some of the challenges that we have been able to highlight from the past government has been the issue of the commitment from national government in terms of financing. WASH initiatives in the country, according to statistics, you have over 98% in terms of financing come from international partners. And you have a sector that is heavily driven by international partners, then the issue of sustainability become a serious problem. So these are some of the issues. The issue that has to do with the technical skills and capacity that are required for the commission to operate. So in the past, we saw that as a challenge, and that's why the new CEO is now talking about the issue of capacity, having the regulations in place, having the right people to do the work. So we actually appreciate the past leadership, and we hope and pray that with the knowledge and skills that the new CEO carry, we look forward to see something great happening. And he talked about the role of the legislature. Yes, indeed. We are working very hard. As I speak to you, I think the last time we informed you that there was an assessment done on abandoned water projects in Soclene and New Georgia. The WASH Caucus and the Standing Committee members, they move into those communities. As I speak to you today, we have in our possession a recovery plan from the Water and Sewer Corporation to ensure that those facilities are functional. So it is our role now to work with them, the necessary capacity that we need with the oversight from the WASH Commission to ensure that those projects are realized, the people benefit from those facilities and things. So we all need to work together. Civil society, we have a role to play. The national government have a role to play. Our international partner also have a role to play to make sure that our people benefit from safe drinking water. Yeah.
My question goes to the acting CEO. How has the commission planned to collaborate and ensure coordinated and workable WASH sector?
Thank you very much. There are two cardinal responsibilities of the commission, and I just talk about one, and that the commission is a regulator. Is similar to the LEC that has a regulatory arm. So the commission is a regulator. There's a second role, and that role is the role of coordination. Coordination because right now in the water sector, we do not have a ministry as a policy entity. And that is something that maybe will be taken by surprise with the level of work being done by the legislature. They made some very bold remarks that there needs to be a ministry. So the ministry will be the proper entity that will provide a coordination framework for the water sector. Whilst that is not happening, the commission steps into that particular position. And this is done by collaboration. This is done by having meetings. This is done by encouraging some joint work together to be able to raise certain important documents that we'll be able to use for the work of the sector. So that collaboration is there. We are basically getting ourselves prepared to be able to move into areas so that we can be able to see what partners are doing. We provide clearances for sector partners to be able to have an opportunity to work in the sector. We encourage the performance and the participation of the private sector organizations. We try to make sure that all of us work towards a desired goal. All of us uh, work towards achieving what we think is best for the country. And in so doing, we want to ensure that all of those who, either you're a service provider, or you are an advocacy group, or you are a funding support,
Mhm.
or you are a regulator, all of us work together. And we do that in regular meetings to be able to lay out some of the activities that we'll be able to carry in the future. Right now, we are doing, as a commission, we are doing a plan that will be segmented into yearly ones, monitored. But those plans will figure, or they will feature all of the partners, and the way we'll be able to have an
You
outreach
care to
program.
tell us some of those plans?
For example, we talk about the decentralization. We talk about
Uh-huh. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so we have Mr. Quincy Gore, who is a WHO consultant on WASH and climate change. So he's on the line and he's going to tell us about the glass report, that's GLASS report, and the latest plan by WHO to run a session in Liberia. So Mr. Gore is going to have you on this morning.
So thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So quickly, we've got less than at least 3 minutes to for you to tell us about this report and the latest plan by WHO before we can begin taking calls.
So first and foremost, the glass process is not new to Liberia. Just to make that correction. The Liberian government has been involved with glass since back in 2012.
So yeah, for the benefit of the audience, tell us what is actually is it an acronym? What is GLASS?
Okay. All right. So quickly, GLASS is the UN water, which stands for the Global Analysis Assessment of Sanitation and Drinking Water. So
Global analysis.
Global analysis and assessment of sanitation and drinking water. GLAAS is glass.
Okay.
So it's not for the G.
No. Oh. It's not a transparent glass, eh? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So is that all you want to know about the glass, or other things?
No, I mean, the glass report, if you do have, you can also share with us. If you have latest plan by WHO too, you can also share with us. We have a limited time. Yeah.
So it's no problem, even though the WASH Commission is in possession of the latest report, but we can still make it clear. And even we have the portal that has all of the data, that is the glass,
Mhm.
the OICA data portal. Once you have that online, it carries you directly to all of the data.
Also, you sending us now online, then we'll see everything.
Yes, if you can't wait for me to send it, you can do it quickly on your phone. You can have access to all of the information from time past. All of the assessment have been implemented.
So what's the latest plan? Okay, tell us the latest plan of action by the WHO.
So the glass process comes after every 2 years. So Liberia has been involved with the glass process. The glass process gives the information that gave rise to the WASH Commission through the assessment. Mr. Yango, or Honorable Yango at the time, was at the Popular Works.
Okay.
This time around, the glass also has come, which is the 2024-2025 cycle. And it is led by the governor of Liberia through his principal agency, the WASH Commission. So the WASH Commission is going to be implementing the glass cycle this year. The glass cycle this year has 4 thematic areas. Quickly, that is governance, monitoring, human resource, and finances. So there is another aspect of the glass that has to do with the glass or the WASH account. So the WASH account is also the production of it comes as a result of the glass assessment. Funding for the glass assessment has given rise to the WASH account. The WASH account was first tested in Liberia under the acronym TRACFIN, which at that time was the fifth thematic area of the glass. So the TRACFIN recommendation gives rise to the WASH account. The WASH account intends to effectively monitor funding to the WASH sector, in that it ensures that government track every funds that have been brought into the country, and how these funds are apportioned to sectors, and what are the achievements. So that's another segment of the glass that has to do with the WASH account. The WASH account is currently being being, the advocacy for government to implement the WASH account is that's been the WHO and the water have been very instrumental in terms of the advocacy of establishing that in Liberia. But that is also being led by the WASH Commission to Honorable Yango, who has also been very instrumental in pushing forward that this happening. It is a good news.
Okay, a very good news. Chief, you have to come, you have to take your time, come here and explain the whole glass report. Because when I saw glass, I said, okay, the glass where I can be drinking, they drinking glass of my horse and then they making report on it. So yes, it would be good to have you in studio to tell us, give us a detailed information about the glass report and some activities of the WHO.
All right, thank you so much. Once the time is the full hospital, we'll make ourselves available.
Okay, sir. All right, so Mr. Yango, and let me thank you, sir. Mr. Yango, you Mr. Kwe, I think you listen to him. You want to add up? Is there any additional information you want to? Mm-hmm. Civil society? Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Experience, long years experience bringing to the setup with our partner support and having WHO on this process is a great opportunity. Even the SWA, the Water and Sanitation for All, these are things that they look at to grow your country. The GLASS is a global framework, it's a global report. Across the globe, every progress in the sector they are being monitored by the global community. So they look at the GLASS report and tell you exactly whether you're making progress or not. They got another one they call the joint monitoring report. These are reports that grade your country, grade the government and the citizen as to how well we are doing in the sector.
So the last time the joint monitoring report was in 2020, and they gave a report. I don't know who is behind that? The joint
So
committee?
the joint monitoring report is led by UNICEF, WHO, and
Oh, it's
it
an
is,
international
yes, it's an international
monitoring team.
framework. So
Okay.
what we do through the WASH Commission is, as a country, we go for what we call the joint, the GSR, Joint Sector
Review.
Review. And from that GSR, we collect our data and feed into the global reports, because you have to provide the data as a country. And that's where civil society, the citizen, the government need to get involved. We need to be able to collect the necessary data. You know, for some time now, most of our data, they are not up to date. So we need to incorporate most of the international data into our system to ensure that we reflect on the global scene, at the national level. We reflect the reality on the ground. For example, the GMP, the Joint Monitoring Report, talking about 75% of our population having access to basic services, meaning hand pumps that are safe for drinking.
Is that
Safely
correct?
managed is very low. You know, safely managed is where the water is well protected. You sit in your home and you just open faucet and you have the water. Like those ones are provided by LWSC. But when you look at the statistics, it's very low in terms of that. So these are things that we are going to work to ensure that we
even
are
in
on
that
par.
even that report talks says 33% of schools lack access to sanitation facilities.
Oh yes.
And 38% of the population practice open defecation.
Yes.
And in Meriden, the last time the superintendent or the mayor ordered the arrest of 3 persons for open defecation.
Oh yes. I mean that
for leaving it in the public, for flying doodoo ball, you are arrested.
But on the other hand, I know Minister Nyago will come in, but on the other hand, we civil society are also concerned. If we don't want our people to defecate outside, there should be system in place. For example, the local government should be empowered to enforce the health law. You know, the public health law. For example, in Monrovia, how will you build a home and you don't put toilet in your house?
Yes.
You expect donor to come and build public latrine?
No.
In other countries, even in Liberia, there are partners that merely interested in giving you water as compared to giving you toilet. Because that is something that should be in your house. When you build in your house, it should be the first thing that you should do. That you should have a place to toilet freely.
So, Mr. Yango, I know. Before you, let me just add this to what you were about to say. Are you working in line with the Ministry of Public Works to ensure that the issue of open defecation, ensuring that you have a wash facility? I mean, you have a toilet in your home while you are constructing your house.
So actually, probably you mean the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
So a Ministry of Health, but
no, the public works too. They help in when people are constructing. Sure. Yes, I think they also
plan also how to build your house.
Yeah. So the public works role is to implement a national rural water program, rural water and sanitation program, and by that it means that they are able to approve specifications, for example, of how a latrine should be built, the management system for a latrine, and the like, so that the use of the latrine benefits and not deteriorate the health of the users. So that's very important. But the point I think Timothy is making is very important. We expect that Monrovia having the highest number of educated people, sometimes we call them civilized, is the worst in terms of the percentage of the population that have no access to sanitary facilities and therefore carry on open defecation. I think that's bad. We now see that some of the call for change is coming from rural people. There are many rural communities where people are striving with their very meager resources to ensure that their families have a safe sanitation method. While in Monrovia, there's rampant defecation. It's not only affecting the neighborhood, but it's even even affecting what we eat, like fishes that people eat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
You know, so I think this is bad, and this leads me to a very important initiative we will be taking this year, and that is to be able to declare to officially declare the open defecation free document. The president, we will be urging the president. The document is already done. It was done, 2018.
Yeah,
I
around
was one of
2018
those
to
who
2019.
was a consultant on that document, and uh, we need a signature, the highest signature in the land that will declare open defecation free Liberia.
Hmm.
And by that, we will expect that every community, every agency of government, every policeman. I mean, you sometimes you see people. They are police people. They sit down and somebody is defecating somewhere.
Hmm.
You look at it, say, but
And hard to tell, Chief.
the number.
They open
So
defecation
so
and hard to
so it
talk.
have to
Hmm.
be everybody's business. It will
Yeah.
have to
Oh.
be everybody's business. This is how we're going to run this particular show of open defecation free in this country.
I hope when you're launching it, I won't be there. Because you know what, Chief? I got up one morning from Sackley Pier Road, coming back to town, and the whole issue, no bathroom across along the way. And it also not only from Sackley Pier to I won't say Liberia because they sometimes like the whole country over there. From Sackley Pier to Monrovia, or from other highways, no toilet facility or wash facility across along the road. The last time when we came, we talked about it. I hope policy stakeholders are taking note of that.
Yeah.
We can construct wash facilities along the highways, and then it can be managed by the local authorities. They can put in sustainability plans to ensure that people pay.
Yeah.
You're sorry to say, if you're eating your breakfast, you pay the people.
Yeah.
You pay because people are in cars, they're moving, they are sick. Sometimes they need to wash their face, they need to wash themselves. And the last time it happened to one of my friends was in a vehicle together. We in a convoy of my people, and then every time she will put her hair on, I won't boo. They come back and they stop. They park car. At the end of the show, I will tell you who that. The father car have to go behind the convoy, and the convoy keep in front, and then the person is sitting down on the road there, in the open. So
Yeah.
every time I experience these things, I like for us to talk about it and find solutions, and that is why this program is intended for.
So I mean, absolutely true. We will be getting to talk to the MCC, the municipalities. I mean, you talk about highways, but what about the streets,
The
the
streets,
urinals?
yes,
Just basic
yeah, the
urinals.
place, yeah,
Where people walking, they want to urinate. I mean,
yeah,
maybe after every 300 meters
yeah.
or 200 meters, and there's somewhere where they can go and be able to pee.
Yes,
I mean, those
so
are
some
things.
areas that are congested.
Yeah.
There are so many people over there, and they will need it. But anyway, I really have so much explicit confidence in you. Yes, and they advocate right over there. He's a very strong advocate, and with Water Aid and every other development partner, we are hoping for that issue of building wash facility across the highways. We on it, and we are going to be talking about it to ensure that you coming from Bombing, you coming from Bond County, you coming from River Sets, you coming from Lofa, everywhere we need wash facilities along the road. And then the local leaders there, headed by the women need to take full responsibility of it. So let's take a few calls. Now we are out of time. We're sorry we couldn't bring you the news because of the break-in. We had to move from one power source to another. So we're not bringing the news. Please catch us up at 2 o'clock. We'll bring you a 30-minute news.
Yeah.
Yes, you will hear everything that's happening in Liberia. But for now, we are on the watch, and this is very important. Thanks to the director of programs, Oni Rabos, who gave us additional time. Yes, he gave us additional time to cover up for the lost time. So 0777 285961. 0777285961 is the number to call. Yes, to form part of the conversation. We have the acting CEO, Yes, the acting CEO of the Wash Commission. Hello? Hello?
Mhm.
All right. So yes, please step away from your monitor. We're backing you. Yeah, we backing you. You can place in your call to 0777253819 or hello, hello. Oh my God! Just step. I mean, what you have to do, just step away from your monitor. Change your location. Yes, you can change your location. You want to interact with the IT CEO. You also want to interact with the advocate, Mr. Timothy Kwe. Yes, United Youth Executive Director, the chairperson on the WASH Legislative Secretarial Caucus. I'm mixing
The head of
everything.
secretariat.
The head of the secretariat. All right, 0777285961. 0777285961. So yes, we will be having discussion, and when they call, I think we'll take like 2 3 calls because we're actually out of time. There's another program coming up. I don't know what's happening in here, but just keep dialing. And yes, we are about to close now on this segment. If your calls are not coming through, then we call it a day. Yes, thanks to the CEO for honoring our invitation, the IT CEO for honoring our invitation. Thanks to Tomete Kwe for also honoring our invitation. Thanks to Mr. Quincy Gore for also honoring our invitation. We took him online. Hello. Yeah. Yes, sir. Morning. Okay, yes. Yeah, whatever question he's taking note, and he will respond. Yes, whether your presence is felt in other rural areas. Yeah, rural areas. Just keep dialing. Sometimes yes, the internet the connect the connection is, you choose your location and that when you are dialing and then maybe you finding some difficulty, keep dialing. Yes. So what, I think we'll take two more calls. We can take two more calls. 0777285961 or 0777253819. 0777253819. So you can be responding to the first caller.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
I think it's the issue of decentralization.
Yeah, let me just take this caller. Hello. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so according to the act, the commission is to be visible in all 15 counties. That is a key responsibility. In the past 6 years, to the best of my knowledge, the commission attempted to go, besides Montserrat, to go to 2 additional counties. Only one county besides Montserrat has active personnel that were along with some of our partners in the county. But again, I said earlier, that is a primary action that we're going to take. We're going to ensure that our presence will be in as many counties as possible, depending on the resource we have. Already, we got some support. We'll be getting some support from the UNDP to provide us some motorbikes. They are key partners in some of the counties that will be able to help with logistics. We will be working with the local authorities to ensure that we can get granted with the offices that they have available for our personnel. But yes, indeed, there are plans to relocate, offload some of our personnel into the counties, and those will be some personnel with very high quality that we're going to make to be the heads of these counties. So those plans will be working very soon. I hope in the next 1 or 2 months we may be reporting that we have personnel in some of these counties.
Okay, yeah. You wanna say something about that?
Yes, the issue of decentralization is a very serious concern
Mm-hmm.
for the sector, and that's why the involvement of the lawmakers are very important because most of those lawmakers come from the rural districts, the rural counties, and things. The USAID supported a process where we have a current document in place as to how to decentralize the WASH sector. So those mechanisms, all we ask the national government is to be able to provide the necessary funding so that because you having individual in those counties also require technical skills, capacity, a vehicle to move around. Because when partners are implementing activities, you need a commission to be there to monitor, regulate, and make sure that those standards are observed. So we really encourage the government to be able to do that. We also encourage the international partners. And thank God that we have the new CEO talking about incorporating or considering the plans of the development partners. That is very key because we want to know where are those counties of operations. Even at the legislature, they have requested the secretariat to do similar statistics. Who are those institutions working into the districts, into the counties? What activities are they involved with? Who are those that are into hygiene activities? Who are those that are into water service provision? Who are those
Mm-hmm.
into sanitation? So, and where are the specific areas that they are working? We are trying to push for behavior change. We want to make sure that our national leaders get involved into those activities to push for the ownership of those projects. For the past year, you have donor projects that have been considered as a donor project. People don't pay attention to it. They construct the toilet, the grass will cover it. They build it like they build the water point, the grass will cut and cover it. So we want to see that citizens take ownership, and if you
Mm-hmm.
have the lawmaker themselves in the forefront, making sure that they're preaching the message of ownership, the behavior change aspect we can in, and then the citizen will be able to take initiative to maintain those facilities. So we need to push for decentralization of those services into the counties. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So we are closing now. Mr. Yango, you can take 30 seconds to close up.
Well, thank you very much. I think it's a privilege. In the past, I think the commission has not been sold enough. There are a lot of people who don't really know what the commission is,
Mm-hmm.
what it does, its relationship with other sector partners. I think we have had the opportunity, and we hope that in the future we'll also have opportunities to again come back here and report on issues that our people expect to happen. The issue of regulation, the issue of coordination. So thank you to Water Aid and thank you to the station that we had this opportunity to be here. Thank you very much.
Okay, so actually it was a really wonderful time having you, the CEO, IT CEO of the WASH Commission, and Mr. Timothy Kwe. Thanks so much for honoring our invitation. Princess, it was a wonderful time. Thanks to every one of you for your support. Yes. On, on that note, this is how we want to say goodbye. Goodbye. Yes, see you on next week. Next week Tuesday is going to be another and wonderful edition. Yes, it's going to be a wonderful edition. So goodbye.